Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower. Modern Grower is your source for time and labor-saving farm tools, such as the Paper Pot Transplanter, Quick Click Seeder, and the Jang Direct Seeder. Turn laborsome tasks into free time with tools by Modern Grower. One of the major mistakes, and I would totally agree, most farmers would say that this is a common mistake new farmers make, is new farmers do not get enough on-farm experience before starting their farm. They go from the day job to farming on their own in one step, never having worked on a farm before. And that is often a recipe for disaster and a big no. Why?
Yeah, I think the point we're at the moment with our business, Diego, and I've worked in so many sectors in agriculture and other sectors too. This is the most diversified, skill-based, dynamic, contextual enterprise I've ever been involved in. There's just more parts to it. We talked about this one recently, I think. For 10,000 years now, we've been planting seeds. I think genetically, we're all food producers. I think that's the easy part. You look after the soil, you plant the vegetable, you eat it. I think that there's a lot more to it than can I grow food? Absolutely, you can. We all can. We've done it for 10,000 years. You've now got to take this setting. Like when we have the home gardeners come to our farm and they're like, "Oh, it's a market garden." Oh, and I say, "Don't be. It's just a home vegetable garden." We do the same thing with preparing the soil, making compost, transplanting. Maybe you got a greenhouse. That stuff is very similar context. I says the only difference is we sell the vegetable, whereas you just eat it. And so that brings in, as we're designing farms, first conversation we're having is, what does your economic and social climate look like? Like, where are your people? What are your customer bases? What could sales look like? And that's endless conversation in itself. And then we look from there and back design the farm relevant to your sales streams. And still, at our point, our weakest link is not can we grow the food, it's our sales link. We can do double the production on our landscape, but why would we do that if you can't sell it?
When you think, I like how you phrased it, and I can't recite the exact phrase, but it's definitely a complex thing when somebody takes on a farm, because you have many skills you're trying to perfect at once: growing, marketing, selling, running a business. Oftentimes there's the landscaping part of it, building out infrastructure, many things you're taking on at once. Where do you think a farmer benefits, or a new soon to be farmer benefits from getting time on the ground on another farm before they do that? Is it like, where's the biggest lift there? Is it learning how to grow? Is it seeing how the farmer manages and flows through the business? Is it seeing the seasonality of things? Because growing lettuce might seem intuitive, but growing it in March is very different than growing it in July, which is very different than growing it in September. Where do you think the big benefit is for somebody to work on another?
I think ideally you do, like where you're round. You might be from the northern cold climate where you have 9 months or 8 or whatever. So that's relevant. But I think, and I did this in the early days too, if you do a season like spring, 3 months, you've got the context of spring, but you've got no idea about autumn, winter and summer as well. So if you find a farm that's a right fit and there's a mentor there or a coach that can bring you into nearly every part of the business, I think a full season on the right farm, that's a big conversation. The right fit is a game changer. And same, just seeing the whole workflow, the decision making, what does a weekend work look like? What do the seasons look like? Same with the sales. Like, let's imagine a scenario, we work together, I'm training you, and you're all over the field work, and now you can plant, harvest, even wash and pack, run the greenhouses, but we haven't taken you on delivery, so you don't have that connection with all of the different sales points we have across town. And so you haven't made that connection to why are we producing this in the field. Once you see it in the fridge and you see the fridges drive the field, I think that opens up the bigger picture. The farmers market could be farmers market as well. If you haven't been, let's say we just did a massive farmers market like Jean Talon, but you're trained with us for a season, but you've never been to the farmers market, you've never packed the truck, set up the store, and dealt. I think the other big part of it too is the relationships, the community, the connection, the face of the farm, and that social part with your customer base. If you haven't been right through the whole flow, you're in the field with me going, why are we planting this? When if you'd been at the sales point, you'd be like, that's driving what's happening in the field.
Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower, a proud retailer of the Sumi Soaker system. The Sumi Soaker system is an irrigation game changer. It offers multiple advantages for market gardeners. Even gentle watering without dry spots common with wobblers. The system is lightweight and portable, so you can use it with quick rotation crops. It's low maintenance with no parts to break or clog. It's versatile. You can use it for direct seeding, transplants, and cover crops. And it's very cost effective compared to overhead options. And maybe one of its best and most unique features is it can put down water in a rectangular pattern, which is very different than rotating sprinklers that leave circular patterns, often with dry corners and overwatered centers. If you want to learn more about the Sumi Soaker system, use the link below or visit us at shop.moderngrower.co.